We're live. All right.
Here we go.
All right. Welcome. Hello, world. This is the Campground Catalyst podcast and community. We're excited to announce our official launch, to the outdoor hospitality industry. We are your resource, whether you're a campground owner, campground manager, aspiring campground owner, you're somebody who just loves the RV lifestyle. We've got something for everybody on the show. This is something that's been in the works for a long time, both in creation of this actual podcast, but also just in our collective experience in the outdoor hospitality industry. We come from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different strengths, and we've got a lot of value to provide. So we really look forward to sharing a little bit about our backgrounds and about, of course, the podcasting community itself with you. What we are striving to be is your number one resource for outdoor hospitality. So if you want to buy a campground, learn how to run your campground better, we're your team. So we are going to be coming to you once a week. We've got a podcast that's broken into 4 separate mini shows, each one with a very specific topic. There's a lot more information about that in the podcast. If you actually go in and check out the very first episode, it kind of describes how that's broken down for you. And then most important is going to be our online community. It's currently on Patreon. This is going to be your hub to experts like us and other members of the community to come and get your questions answered, possibly on a show in the future if we deem it a topic that we think would be bringing up value to everybody else. But I'm going to pass the mic around a little for a minute here and let everybody give you an intro to themselves and talk a little bit about what the show's about. So let's go to Justin.
All right. Justin Hoggett here. Really excited to get this off the ground. We've collectively started communicating together on how we can best provide the value to everyone involved. And I just really look forward to speaking to each and every one person that comes along the ride with us here. And, we've got different show topics, like Adam said, 4 different categories. We look to try to hit every aspect as we can to all those interested. And, this is our pride and joy, and we love the campground industry, and we can't wait to share with everyone.
Very good. Robert, you want to jump in?
Sure. I'm looking forward to the episodes, especially our memory makers aspect of it, here at one of our campgrounds in Louisiana. And it's been fun today because it's Mardi Gras and seeing the folks dressed up and decorated. And we've been working with our staff so that they can go to the parades and still cover what we're doing, and had RVers that have extended their stays so that they could be here for Mardi Gras. So that's fantastic when they get to do that and get to make memories at one of our properties.
Did you get the baby in your cake? Or is that later?
I've gotten a couple because I've downed a couple king cakes. Thank you so much. Very proud of it. Yes.
All right. Well, happy Mardi Gras. All right, Don.
Yeah. Well, thanks guys for us all being here, and thanks for those who are here listening to this live feed. I'm Don Spafford. I'm the team member that lives in Idaho, so I'm actually not too far from the Teton Mountains and Yellowstone, the whole camping world around here. But I'm looking forward so much to this podcast to be launched and be just kind of be out there and help be a resource to the community, to the RV industry, owners, and operators, RVers, kind of like Adam mentioned, just to be that resource that people are looking for. There's people are asking where they can go to find help on different topics, different subjects and matters and whatnot. We want to be that subject matter expert and provide all the necessary items that people are looking for. But we know that we don't know everything, which is why we have the Patreon community, where you can also access that and be the ones to help provide that resource and provide the information that people need, and myself included. I don't know everything, so I'm looking forward to finding out a lot more stuff that we've never thought about before, ideas we can make campgrounds better, provide a much better experience for the guests, and so I'm looking forward to where this will go.
Yeah, very good. And we don't know everything yet. We're working on that. One thing we didn't share in the first episode that I want to expand on a little bit more is about how the show is made and where this comes from. To give a little background, I know a lot of people who are listening are going to be people who are looking to buy their first campground. Maybe they're already camping families, they're already RVers, they love the business, they want to get into it. That's really where my passion lies. Robert mentioned, of course, he's in the memory makers world. And on our show, the campfire cash flow is going to be my section. That's really the one that I have a lot of passion about, is actually how we buy these things, how we find them, how we do the due diligence and underwriting on them. And, this all started a couple of years ago when we were training our own acquisitions team who was going out and finding campgrounds. And we were building the model for, how you find them, how you underwrite them, how you perform due diligence. And I was training the team over and over again, and it spawned the idea to create a course. So we have a course that that started, and that's of course something we offer. We'll be given little snippets of advice out here and there, but where it's really going to come to fruition again is in that Patreon community, because we can actually get in depth and answer some of the questions. And like we said before, when we get enough volume of those questions, it'll turn into a show topic. So you could very well be getting your questions answered professionally by us or by other experts we'll bring in. I've already got a list of volunteers who have agreed to jump on and chat with us about their own collective strengths. And these are campground owners. Some of them are full-time RVers who just want to talk about, living life on the road and what that transition looked like. Actually, Robert, you're one of those folks. So, obviously we'll be calling on you for that in our lifestyle section of the show.
You bet. And we see it with the individuals, again, just today that were coming in. In one case, we had a couple that was just stopping over for the night. Would provide a great place for that to go. Another one was here for the end of Mardi Gras, but they're staying through the entire weekend, going to see families. So this provides them a hub for them to be able to have a place that they really don't need to worry about things. Everything's taken care of for them here in the resort, in the campground. So that's something we're going to share. But how did we get to this point? How did we get to this point in being able to acquire the property? And then how did we get to this point in management and the different things that we look at, the key touch points that we do with our customers, marketing, all of those areas?
Yeah, very well. So I guess, in closing, unless you guys had any more you want to share today, what I want to lay out as the timeline. Of course, our very first episode of the podcast is already released. So anywhere you listen to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, all the different platforms, it's up on there. Just if you search for Campground Catalyst, it will come up. Subscribe. What we have doing tomorrow morning, we have 3 episodes dropping. So episodes 2, 3, and 4, we're gonna have our first 3 categories in the show covered in there. So of course, you want to subscribe today so you get those all tomorrow. Share them with a friend, share them with a colleague, share them with somebody who you think would provide value to. It would really help us out, and of course, just sharing the knowledge and wisdom that we have in this community. We really look forward to this journey ahead with you guys. This is only the very, very beginning of this. We thank you for taking the time to watch us here today and to learn and grow with us as we jump into this together.
Yeah, very exciting, guys. Really looking forward to all the content that we get to release, and definitely all the questions that are going to come in.
Yeah, really looking forward to connecting with everybody on Patreon. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us here. It looks like we've had a couple live viewers popping in and out, so really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, everybody.